Shona McGarty starred in EastEnders for years, but in 2024, she decided that she was ready to fly off to pursue other goals. Entering its 40th year in 2025, EastEnders is one of the longest-running TV shows of all time. While it's not always talked about in the same hallowed way as classic American soap operas like General Hospital and Days of Our Lives, EastEnders has given just as much to the genre as any of those shows. Set in the fictional borough of Walford in London's East End, EastEnders has seen generations of characters come through. As Whitney Dean, Shona McGarty first appeared on EastEnders in 2008. Shona was the ward of Bianca Jackson, Patsy Palmer, one of the most important characters in the series. Whitney is the oldest of Bianca's 4 children and the most like her in temperament, despite Bianca's 3 other children being biological. McGarty's character was often involved in harrowing storylines, including one that was a first in UK soap opera history. McGarty announced her departure from the series after 16 years of acting on it, and she's open to what the future brings. Shona McGarty's EastEnders legacy explained. Whitney Dean was involved in some tragic storylines. Appearing in 1547 episodes from 2008 to 2024, Whitney Dean was involved in some tragic and uniquely dark storylines in her time. Of course, Whitney had the numerous requisite relationship turmoil commonplace for the series, including having multiple weddings called off for both her infidelities and those of her partners. She's had even more unusually devastating storylines, including one about her miscarriage, one about her abortion, another about killing a stalker, another about struggling with depression, and another about accidentally running over a friend and fleeing the scene. The storyline Whitney will always be remembered for, however, is her first one, where it's revealed that Whitney had been subjected to sexual abuse and grooming since she was 12. It was one of the darkest plotlines EastEnders ever featured. The show's creative team got in touch with the NSPCC, the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, to make sure they didn't depict anything harmful or incorrect in the storyline, via The Guardian. It's what Whitney was always associated with ever after, and it gives her character a much darker backstory than others on EastEnders. McGarty left EastEnders to pursue other opportunities. Shona McGarty is currently acting in an Irish play, 222, A Ghost Story. Whitney Dean, Shona McGarty, holding keys and looking worried in EastEnders. Shona McGarty announced in 2023 she would be departing from EastEnders after 2024, saying, via The Sun, since leaving the series, McGarty has not appeared in any TV shows or movies, but as it's only a little over a year since her final episodes aired, she's still taking time to figure out her next move. McGarty only occasionally posts on her Instagram, and she hasn't shared anything indicating what's next. According to an interview with Revamp magazine, McGarty is starring in the Irish stage play, 222, A Ghost Story. Several actors have made the jump from soap operas, so there's still plenty of time for McGarty to pursue movie and TV roles if she wants them. How Whitney was written off of EastEnders. Whitney left Walford to take care of her children and start fresh. Lauren, Jacqueline Josser, and Whitney, Shona McGarty, walking down the aisle in EastEnders. Whitney was written off the show in a kind and respectful way. On her wedding day, Whitney discovers Zach's, James Farrar, infidelities and calls everything off. In a moment of clarity, Whitney realizes she needs to leave Walford with her daughters and have a fresh start as a single mom. The Walford residents throw a farewell party for Whitney where they have a slideshow of Whitney's last 16 years on the series. It's not just a goodbye to Whitney, it's a thank you to Shona McGarty's time on EastEnders as well.